Yes, welcome to today's post market analysis on 2nd December 2025. Okay, so let's get into the markets first, starting from the Nifty. Okay, so starting from the Nifty on the daily time frame. Okay, so starting from on the daily time frame. So these are the levels which we mark yesterday, and the levels we plotted yesterday was near to 26,050, 26,100, and 26,000. So on all the 100 points, like we know, there was actually a considerable supports. And today, what we had seen is a slight gap down opening, followed by an initial traction of that a kind of profit booking. A short covering can be it can consider on such a way, and it directly came to 26,060,050, that 10-point level where we marked yesterday, and it was a range since 12 o'clock, and post then the level of 26,050 had again broken down, acted as a resistance, and it again came down to 26,000. So all the levels which we plotted yesterday clearly respects today. Okay, and so this was a kind of moment which we were expecting today, and we also discussed the same on yesterday's market as well. On bank nifty also, 59,500 was one of the key level, and I was expecting the market to come near to 59,213, but it bounced near to I mean almost 50 point upside, near to 59,263. From that point, it just showed a bounce back and ended up on a green. Looking on to Reliance was also on a bearish side. HDFC, okay, on HDFC Bank and ICICI. Okay, so both HDFC and ICICI are actually a kind of profit booking, or that's actually happening on HDFC and ICICI, and clearly we can see the markets are shown or almost near to 1.41% gap down on HDFC, and on ICICI we had almost seen like 1.1% down. And on the daily time frame, if you watch on ICICI Bank, if it is breaking above 1400, okay, 1400, we can expect another bullish move. Okay, so since then it will be a kind of again retesting, coming down to 1347. So that's what I'm expecting right now. And coming to Sensex, so Sensex also closed almost 500 points down. Okay, on the daily time frame, if you watch, you can see almost 500 points, yeah, down. We can see, and 85,000 is one of the next considerable level. Looking onto the sectors, everything is actually on a weaker side. Looking back to the FIA-DA data, okay, so looking to the FIA-DA data, we can see the FIAs are actually on a sell side. Okay, so there are actually bearish, and you can see the USD INR. Okay, so it's the weakest time ever. The USD INR is now getting, the Indian rupee is getting weaker, and it almost touched near to almost near to 89.9, near to 90 rupees it is. So that's another reason where we can actually see the kind of drop in the market. And on Bajaj Finance, okay, so Bajaj Housing Finance, you can see there was a block deal. The promoters had almost sold near to 2% of the stake, and which made the market, which made the stock to move near to 7% downside, which was kind of the promoters selling from the uh, promoters sold the stake. Yeah, so that's a kind of block deal that happened. And yeah, so that's it for the today's market. So nothing more. And as the USD INR is also or the Indian rupee is getting weaker, and that can really affect our Indian markets too. And looking on to today's gainers, we can only see Asian Paints. You can see Asian Paints Limited, which almost more near to 3% upside, and that's a clearly a pure price action move it made, and followed by that we can see Infosys as well as Maruti. Okay, and looking on to Nifty again on the daily time frame, still it's on the bearish side, and these levels will be again respecting tomorrow. Okay, so that's my view. And in order to get a good rally, the Nifty need to move above 26,100. Okay, so above 26,100 only I'll be bullish onto the bottom side. Okay, so onto the bottom side, 25,950. Okay, so 25,950 will be another key level, and below that 25,850. Okay, so 25,009 25,950 and 25,850 will be the next key levels which I am watching on Nifty. On Bank Nifty again, so this was the level which the market closed today, and below 59,200 only I'm bearish. Okay, so above 59,500 I'll be bullish. Okay, so I'm also expecting a kind of flat start tomorrow. Okay, so nothing more, nothing less. Okay, on looking onto the overall sectors, we can see everything looks on to a kind of neutral state, neutral to bearish. Okay, so that's the view for the day. Okay, so let's see you on the tomorrow's post market. Bye.